Ho ho buddies, welcome to Borderline Games. I'm Gareth and today we're playing Master Detective Archives Raincoat Plus. Last time we were doing something. Last time we were in the Mystery Labyrinth and we finally established that Shachi is actually left-handed. It's on the books, it's official. Let us move on and slay some more monsters.
That confirms it. The homicide route was the correct one. Seems like it. I guess I can admit defeat here. Huh? The God of Darkness admitting defeat? Perhaps she has an honest side.
Perhaps.
No! It cannot be! Could this be an illusion she conjured forth? You know, I don't really care, so long as we keep solving mysteries. Just keep helping my master out for a bit longer.
Let's carry on for now.
Yeah, come on Fubuki. Let's get this story going. What is this? Oh, we're getting in a boat. Nice. Boat.
The culprit made a pretty cliché mistake getting the victim's dominant hand wrong.
Perhaps the culprit doesn't know that Shachi's custom gun was designed for someone left-handed.
It's a classic mistake.
Shachi rarely carried his gun, so they probably never saw him hold it.
Huh. Why would he go through the trouble of getting a custom gun that he never intended to use? Deep down, do you think he was just like any other violent terrorist?
Maybe the gun was a gift.
A gift? From whom?
A woman named Iruka manages the Resistance's weapons. She was the one who designed it.
Gifting a gun is so romantic.
Maybe the gun was purposefully
Lights my adventurer's heart.
left-handed so he would find it difficult to use because he doesn't like using guns.
It does?
Well, thanks to the culprit's mistake, we now know this was a homicide. But we still have a lot of unanswered questions.
Oh well, here we go. Let's get ready to do some QTEs, I think. Or not. Oh, yeah, not. We just get to drive the boat around, cool. Where did the culprit shoot the victim from? Interesting.
Location where the culprit shot Shachi.
Can't be the building next door. Inside of the hideout?
Yep, even if this
Roof
is
of the
a
hideout.
homicide, that's still a mystery. But if you know it was in fact a homicide, then the answer has to be
I guess technically it has to be the roof of the hideout, but then how would they leave?
I have no idea what it could be, but I am confident that you can discover.
Can't be the roof of the building next door because it's parallel. Can't be inside of the hideout because the door was locked.
For you are he who tames the God of Darkness, holy great detective warrior of light Yuma.
It's got to be something to do with the explosion. Oh, it got longer. I didn't even notice. How long is it? He who tames the God of Darkness, holy great detective warrior of light Yuma. Pretty long. I feel like it's got to be the roof of the hideout, but it's either that or inside the hideout. Yes.
Right here!
Let's investigate. Tell me how I'm wrong. I think the murder was taking place on the rooftop. Changed my mind.
That was the right answer, but
Oh, it was the right answer.
if he was shot on the roof, doesn't that mean the culprit was also on the roof?
The culprit placed the gun in Shachi's hand to make it look like a suicide.
He was lying underneath Shachi.
That
we got
means
to the
they
rooftop.
had to be there in person. The culprit was definitely on that roof.
Now that's a mystery. Can I go down here? No. Can I go down here? I can. Can I go down here? No. Okay, that was pointless. Anything exciting over here? No.
But Yuma, you said nobody was there when you arrived.
That's what we have to figure out now.
And it can't be Humor because the shot was parallel. Burn.
When I heard the shot, I was halfway up the emergency stairs. It took about 10 seconds to reach the roof. And in that time, the culprit vanished like a cloud of smoke from the scene.
Where could the murderer have gone?
You don't vanish like a cloud of smoke. I guess you do. I guess you do. Ignore me. Clouds of smoke do vanish. Door.
This is...
We're back at the crime scene.
Something to do with the umbrella? Get him, Shinigami. Follow the culprit's escape route. Interesting.
Follow the culprit's escape route? You need to escape in the same way the culprit did after committing the crime.
Hey, mate. Rooftop edge. Neighboring building. Door. My instinct is to try the door, but I feel like...
Is it easier to imagine that the criminals simply went back inside through this door?
No, that's impossible. At the time of the incident, the peacekeepers were on the other side of it.
I see. If the culprit had gone inside through here, they would have been apprehended by those peacekeepers. Well, it's safe to say this wasn't the escape route.
Okay. Sorry, guys. Okay, neighboring building? I think we established that I think it's got to be here. It's got to be to do with the explosion.
Though it is fairly high, would it not be possible to climb down from here on a rope or ladder?
There's nowhere to hang something like that onto. Plus, from this height, it'd take a while to get all the way down like that. It'd be tough for someone to get down and gather their equipment in the short time it took me to reach the roof.
You probably couldn't jump down onto a mat from this height either. You'd die no matter how you landed.
Head down, ass up. That's how I like to commit murder. Okay, so not that way. This way?
Is it easier to imagine using a rope or some other tool to escape to the neighboring building? Or perhaps they used a hot air balloon.
Yes, they can't go up there.
Culprit must be
Ah,
clearly adventurous
the stairs.
creature.
Is another option.
Those high voltage lines would get in the way. You'd never reach the next building without touching them.
Oh, so the culprit is not an adventurer?
That's what you're disappointed about?
Oh, I was hoping we were going to catch Indiana Jones. Nathan Drake. Tom Holland. Emergency stairs.
Ah, so the culprit escaped via the emergency stairs.
But they couldn't because of the camera.
As the culprit was in a state of emergency, it is only natural that they would make use of emergency stairs. Wait. Master was up ahead, right? There's no way the culprit could have escaped without bumping into him. What are you saying? Yuma is right here, is he not? I mean, when the crime happened. Jeez, this sheltered skank and her empty head are killing me here.
Again, that same insult.
You called me sheltered!
How dare you?
Like it is. Sheltered there, sheltered burden. You're sheltered in a skank. When are you gonna start trying? Skank is acceptable. Is it gonna be anytime soon? Crosses the line. Please stop calling me that. Well.
Okay, I love that.
I don't know if the culprit realized I was there. The footage from the security camera positioned here didn't show anybody around, which makes it hard to imagine that the culprit escaped from here.
So we've nowhere.
This is bad. We have reviewed all the possible escape routes.
And yet, we can't figure out how the culprit got off the rooftop.
They didn't escape.
Mysteriful.
This isn't funny! At this rate, we'll run out of time!
What are we supposed to do? There's no other way besides finding the culprit's escape route. That's how it is in the Mystery Labyrinth. Where are the entrances for cast members and the hidden entryways for maintenance crews? This isn't an attraction at some theme park. Well then, why do you hunt Yuma if you cannot even do your job and guide him? A god of darkness who cannot guide you is just a directionless god of darkness. I have no idea what you're talking about. You're a stupid, sheltered skank that's completely useless.
Don't start that again.
You called me sheltered again. How many times is that now? Let's see. After the number 3 comes...
Okay.
Seriously, are you dense? Please head on right. When are you gonna start being useful? I feel much
Oh, never mind. Let's carry on.
The culprit must have been on their roof when they committed the crime. They escaped somehow. But how? There aren't any other clues at the crime scene. Wait, if nothing was there... What if the culprit destroyed evidence?
Oh, the bomb.
What? Destroyed evidence? And leave it to yours truly. I'll wring it out of your mind, Master.
You're going to recreate the crime scene again?
If you don't remember it, then I've got no choice. I'll make it a gentle beating this time around.
Oh, good.
So, which memory do you want beaten out of you?
Do I choose? When the body was discovered, when the rooftop was first entered. Yeah, okay, let's do that.
How about when Shachi first called me up?
Yes. It's different, is it? Okay. How different could it
Culprit
be?
wouldn't have done anything to the scene yet. I can even compare.
There's a
it to
helicopter
when I
on the
found
top.
corpse.
Alrighty, leave it to me. What is this daunting aura I sense? What are your intentions here?
She's winding up.
Let's do it, Master!
Can't be.
Yeah? Wait!
What is that? Oh. Paint cans and a piece of metal. Great. She's got a little question mark tattoo on her boobs.
Are you alright, Yuma?
I'm in so much pain. I feel like I'm gonna pass out.
The corpse is gone, but nothing else has really changed about this place. I believe all that happened was you were assaulted, Yuma. Not much time passed between when you first reached the
Let's look
rooftop
over the side. I bet something's changed.
If nothing changed, then there are no clues here for you to use.
Hang on. There must be.
It's gotta be something different.
Something that the culprit destroyed to cover their tracks.
Look over the side of the wall.
I wrenched this memory out of your tiny brain, so you don't have much time left to look around. Your time limit is until the pain in your head goes away. You better hurry up and investigate.
Uh-oh. Don't punch me again.
Got it. I'll hurry.
Crime scene recreation. So I think, let's have a look down here. It's got to be down here, right? My instinct is to look down here.
It seems like there's no place to hang a rope off of. There's nothing of note on this side of the wall.
Oh,
What is that? A storm drain?
ah,
Has that always been
it's
there?
the swimmer guy.
Oh, right. The explosion. The explosion that happened right after I found the body.
Ah,
I must have buried it in rubble.
it's the swimmer guy. He's the baddie.
So the drain
He swam
was
away.
covered after a mysterious explosion.
The drain was buried in rubble from the explosion that happened right after the body was found. Crime scene recreated. Success.
Find anything, Master?
Yeah, I might have found a clue that shows how the culprit escaped.
Really? You did it, Yuma!
Uh-oh.
Mystery phantoms!
Chirp, 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 chirp. I was curious what all the tweeting was about.
PewDiePie.
You're still fantasizing about all this nonsense? He committed suicide! There's nobody to pursue! After all, there's no place the culprit could run to. No one can run off a rooftop!
Can't they? Yeah, you tell her, Dominic. Dominic's disagreeing every time he speaks.
Rooftop.
Which means if you can disprove that, then we'll defeat them and press forward.
We've got this. Let's do it.
What's with these weirdo fantasies? I'm saying Shachi committed suicide. You're such a maggot.
You're such a maggot. Can't repel that.
No other culprit.
Ah,
No one could have left that rooftop.
they could have.
That crane
Bang.
doesn't hold up.
Take that. Now I've got to say why it doesn't hold up.
No, there is a culprit, and there's a way to escape.
It's a
from the
classic
roof,
objection scenario. Back in Ace Attorney.
Such a drag. You're still talking about that? What a
We should go back and play Ace Attorney, shouldn't we? Never did finish that. Height on the roof, drain, high voltage lines. Let's look what it said. The drain is going to be the thing for sure.
culprit had to be on the roof if it's not suicide.
Sure.
So, where did the culprit go?
Whee!
You can't escape through the roof's door.
Duck, 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 duck.
Can't escape down the emergency stairs. Or was the culprit on the roof the whole time?
No.
All impossible!
It's not all impossible.
See? There's simply no place to run.
Yes, there is. There's a place to run.
Slash through this mystery.
Slash. What's that say? Poyon.
No, there is a way out. The drain directly below the rooftop.
Don't let any shady statement slip by.
Mystery Phantoms will ask a riddle from time to time. Read the question carefully and counter by repelling the words of the answer that you think is right. What? Mystery Phantoms will ask a riddle from time to time. Read the question carefully and counter by repelling the words of the answer that you think is right. Okay. Give me a riddle. One of us is always lying and one of us is always telling the truth. Oh!
What's that got to do with gleam from the roof?
Huh.
How did the culprit escape? Go ahead and try answering that.
Done. Invited allies to the drain. They dove into the drain.
With this, I'll expose the truth.
They invited allies to the drain. Okay. Did it. Easy.
That's right. The culprit dove into the drain from the roof. That was the culprit's escape route.
This is like a triumphant moment, and the sprite they've chosen for Yuma seems like he's in despair. Like in Danganronpa. Probably not the right choice. Oh, we killed him? He's dead. Oh, and she is as well.
They disappeared, but to leap into a storm drain from atop a roof? Is such an adventurous stunt truly possible?
It is for one man.
I wasn't sure about that as well. But if the explosion was used to destroy evidence, I think that has to be the case. The culprit opened the storm drain's grates beforehand and jumped from the roof right after committing the crime.
Classic.
The Doya district was flooded, so naturally the drain would have been filled with water.
A storm drain's that big?
Then, the culprit swam away.
I mean, I don't know.
It would only take
Maybe
a
they
few
are.
seconds to escape the roof that way.
Huge, though.
So the culprit used a bomb to blow up the area, which covered up the evidence of their escape. Why? We defeated these monsters already!
It's just the bomb, Fubuki. We just talked about it literally just now.
The problem here was follow the culprit's escape route.
So we have to leap into the drain just like the culprit did?
I have to jump from up here? And now more drains have suddenly appeared. What is happening?
Here we go. No, she's really good at diving.
No, I don't! I'm already falling!
Do I have to do something? Who was capable of, resistance leader? Detective from the agent that...
This way!
Yeah. Cute. What a cute game. This game's so cute.
We actually made it.
I felt as if my heart would jump out of my
All of these
chest.
names are crazy, aren't they?
But we
Fubuki
managed to
Clockford,
get
Yuma
down.
Coco Head.
It's not over yet. Look over there.
Oh! Gotta pick a murderer?
Looks like all the suspects are here.
Well, I know who it is.
Fight all of them? Even Yuma cannot face 4 foes at once.
Even Yuma as if he's some amazing fighter. Hey, come back.
Blood. Then we better chase after them. Chase scenes are common in adventures, but are you certain the culprit is among them?
There are only 2 ways the culprit could get a hold of Shachi's gun, the murder weapon. Either steal it from the safe or get it from Shachi himself.
I was wondering whether Shinigami was going to move out the way then.
In any case, the only
Turns out
ones
she
who have
did.
done it are members of the Resistance.
Is it possible the culprit took the victim's gun by force? If so, a complete stranger could have done it.
But if someone tried to take his gun, I'm sure Shachi would have drawn it and threatened them.
A lesser game would have... What's this? Nothing. It's nothing. A lesser game would have simply let her clip through.
If so,
Oh, hang on. Have I just run out of text?
their target was left-handed.
Run out of path and I need to go through my text rather.
I see. That would conflict with a cover-up attempted at the crime scene.
Yeah, I guess I'll just wait here and go through the text. Here we go. I wasn't going through it quick enough and I was running too quick.
Also, the culprit issued a proclamation on behalf of the Resistance against the Peacekeepers.
We're going up a bridge. What's going on here?
At the time, I didn't understand why it was sent to the Peacekeepers. But it must have been to corner Shachi by steering the Peacekeepers toward the hideout.
It looked a bit like a bridge, but also not how I imagine a bridge looks like at all. In this weird world.
Then ambushed him when he arrived on the roof.
Which means the culprit anticipated the target fleeing up there.
Perhaps it was a planned escape route the Resistance had decided on beforehand.
Shot him with his own gun, then planted on it on his hand, but how would he know? Why would he not know that he was left-handed?
If they fled using the emergency stairs, it would be easy to shake off pursuers. As a matter of fact, the Peacekeepers were held up there. If he hadn't been killed, he would have escaped.
So all of it was calculated. Whoever it is, they are truly frightening. And that
It's the
culprit is
swimmer guy.
If we organize all the clues we've got so far, we can narrow down who the culprit is. But how long will they keep running? At this rate, there's no end in sight.
Oh. Oh, okay, let's just go die.
Master, over there!
Bum 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 bum. Oh, fish.
Giant water tank?
In here, you always find the culprit if you keep solving mysteries. So the only way to catch up to them is
Solve mysteries.
to solve mysteries.
Didn't need to add that last bit. You can infer that. What would be necessary for the culprit to commit the crime?
Come on! I'm counting on you, Master!
Got it!
What's necessary? Which fish tank am I picking? Be left-handed, be good at swimming, be good at shooting. Be good at swimming. Let's kill all those fish. Boom.
In order to commit this crime, the most important requirement
going on
is
with
to
that
be an
guy's head?
excellent swimmer.
Lopsided.
Jumping from that height into a storm drain would also require training and experience. Maybe they had high diving experience through swimming competitions.
We finally caught up!
The truth is crystal clear. The one who murdered Shachi...
Who is it? Who killed Shachi? The swimmer guy? No? Yes.
I wouldn't kill anyone! I didn't kill anyone!
I mean, you did. Hi, Cardi.
Anything?
There's no way I could kill Shachi.
I didn't kill anyone!
You did it.
It's you, Icardi! You took advantage of your swimming skills to murder Shachi!
Took advantage of your swimming skills is a weird way to put that. I took advantage of my shooting skills to kill him. Isn't that weird?
Huh? What?
You take advantage of someone else's thing, don't you? Not necessarily your own thing. I guess you can, but it's just still a weird way of putting it.
No! That's insane! I'm not the culprit!
You're insane.
That's bullshit!
Whoa, look at him. He's got a diving suit then, and he looks like Carnage or something.
I didn't kill Shachi!
So it looks like a Venom. Marvel Universe Venom. Adjacent person.
Foreboding presence. Is this the true identity of the final monster protecting the hidden
Killer
treasure?
Croc.
But most of the mystery has already been solved. This is just its last stand. Master, let's solve this thing once and for all!
Right.
Right. Icardi's talent. Servant's traumatic experience. He once nearly drowned. Ah, okay, that is true. In an irrigation channel which caused him lasting trauma. Interesting. Margolo's alibi. Security footage from Margolo's shop. He was talking to a customer at the time of the crime. Iruka's talent used to be a competitive shooter. She and Shachi often trained with firearms. Okay, let's find out what we're dealing with here.
The culprit! Where's your evidence? There are other resistance members. I know. Margola is the culprit. Margola shot Shachi on the roof.
Margola? No. No!
This is the truth!
Bang.
Margola has an alibi! It's impossible for him to have done it!
He likes antiques too much. He likes antiques too much. It's getting a problem. We need to host an intervention.
If it's not Margola, then Iruka is the culprit.
No. Oh, didn't even see that.
Iruka knows a lot about handling guns. She killed Shachi.
No, no. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Got to change my key. You don't have anything that can prove Iruka didn't kill Shachi, do you, Master?
But...
Iruka definitely isn't the culprit. I just have to find a way to prove it. But how are you going to do that? Let's check the solution keys for anything useful. Let's check them. This. She wouldn't have made the mistake. What the hell?
Iruka knows a lot about handling guns.
I like these games. These are kind of fun.
Shachi
Oh.
and made it look like suicide.
Oh, she didn't do a very good job if she did.
I'll slash through this mystery!
Hey, I'll slash with this mystery. I'll
Iruka
slash
designed the handgun, so she knew Shachi was
to
left-handed.
your shenanigans.
She never would have made that mistake faking a suicide.
It's not Margola. It's not Iruka.
Well, then it's gotta
Still
be.
can't say I'm the culprit.
Oh. Let's have a look. Do I need to rule out Servant, or...
The culprit is Servat!
No.
He killed Shachi on the roof
Oh, I was trying to do it.
and messed with the corpse.
What a weird thing.
Then escaped through the drain!
No, he hates drains.
This is the truth.
He hates stinky drains.
Servan was traumatized after once nearly
Why do
drowning.
they keep on using that sprite?
No way he would have dove into a drain.
He looks like he's going through depression. Maybe that's not what it's supposed to be. Maybe he's supposed to be, like, serious. But he looks traumatized. I mean, I guess he's going through a traumatic experience with these mystery labyrinths, but still.
Yuma, you did it! You defeated the monster!
Congratulations.
But what about the treasure?
Not yet, Fubuki.
That's strange. We found the culprit and also cut down his excuses.
Oh, it's not the whole mystery?
Appeared. Where is the real culprit's soul?
Oh, okay. There's more to it than just him. Alright, and then I guess next time on Borderline Games we're going to find out where the real true culprit's soul is, and all that stuff that it's just told us. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Master Detective Master Detective Archives Raincoat Plus. And I'll see you next time. Have a good evening, take care of yourselves. Thank you for following this channel, it's always appreciated. I'll see you later. I'll see you later. Alright, bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye.